Good morning everybody. I'm glad that you have come across this video because it is going to be very interesting and you're going to add on to your knowledge. Let's get started. In this video, we'll be discussing about macroeconomics. What is macroeconomics? What are its functions? What are its limitations? We'll be learning all about it. So let us understand all of it together. First, what is economics? Economics is a social science. It is not a complete science because economics is based on certain assumptions. Okay, it is a social science that studies human behavior, which aims to allocation of scarce resources in such a way that the consumers can maximize their satisfaction, producers can maximize their profits, and society can maximize its social welfare. So it is the study of human behavior that we have limited resources. So we have to allocate the limited resources in such a way that the human demands are satisfied efficiently. Alright. So it is all scarce means limited. Okay. With limited resources we have to fulfill our unlimited wants. So we have to allocate those resources in such a way that we are completely satisfied and we are efficiently putting them to use. It is about making choice in the presence of scarcity. For example, if I am having one resources, of course I have many choices whether I can allocate it on in A process, in B process, in C process. So this is my choice. So we have to make a choice in the presence of those limitations, those scarcity. Okay. Now, what are economic activities? Economic activities are those activities which are related to earn money and wealth for the life. Okay, they generate new income, they increase the flow of goods and services, like example production, consumption, investment, distribution, or anything like that. Okay, and what is non-economic activity? They are those activities which are not related to earn money or wealth. They neither generate any type of income nor they increase the flow of goods and services. For example, a teacher teaching her own son or his own son. If I am teaching my children, then that is not an economic activity because there is no motive of earning money, there is no inflow of any goods or services in that. So that will be considered a non-economic activity. Now, coming on to macroeconomics. See, macroeconomics is the study of decision of countries and government. Okay, the term analyzes entire industry and economics rather than individual or specific companies. In microeconomics we are discussing about individual firms, individual companies, but macroeconomics studies it as an aggregate, as a whole. So it analyzes the entire industry, the entire decisions of the country, the government. So it is a very broader term than microeconomics. It is the narrower term microeconomics, but macro is the broader term and studies the aggregate. Alright. Now, what is scarcity? Scarcity means shortage of goods and resources in relation to their demand. For example, you can take example of electricity. Okay, if I am having limited electricity, but I am having many options to use it, whether I can use it by watching TV the whole day or I can use it in some small machinery in order to produce some goods. So that is my choice, what I have to do. We have limited resources, but the demand of it is very high, and with those limited resources the wants of human beings is also very high. So we have to allocate them in such a manner that we can efficiently have what we want. Alright. Now, economic problems. Why are these economic problems caused? What are the reasons for the same? So we'll be studying about them. There are following reasons. Unlimited wants of human beings, like I told you, the wants of human are never ending. No one is satisfied with what they have. It is not possible to satisfy all the wants. Okay, so we have to allocate them. Scarcity of limited resources. It means that resources required to produce the goods and services are less than its demand. The demand for the resources is high, but whatever resources we are having, that is low. alternate uses of resources. One resource, like I gave you the electricity example, could be used in alternative ways. Okay, so we have to make a choice of choosing them in the right way so we can make an effective and efficient decision. All right. Now, coming on to statistics. What is statistics? What do you mean by statistics? It is not the same what you studied in 10th standard. This is a different term than that. It is a method of taking decisions on the basis of numerical data. Okay, statistics are the methods in which we take the decisions when we have the numerical data. Whenever we are having a numerical data, it is easy for us to make a decision if we have the comparison also rather than just a brief data. Okay. It is study and interpretation of data, including the ways to gather, review, analyze and draw conclusions from the data. Okay. Now, statistics is of two types. One is descriptive statistics and one is inferential statistics. Descriptive includes presenting, organizing and summarizing the data. The data is already given. We are just presenting it in form of graphs, charts. We are organizing it and we are summarizing it, like taking any conclusions, drawing out the conclusions. And in inferential, it is drawing conclusions about a population based on the data observed in a sample. Firstly, we are collecting a sample and then we are drawing the conclusions based on the outcome from the samples. Okay, so here we are also collecting the samples in the inferential statistics. All right. Coming on to the next topic, that is what are the ways of statistics? How can we define statistics? So statistics is defined in two ways. One is singular statistics, one is singular sense and another one is plural sense. In the singular sense, statistics means statistical methods and techniques which are related to collection, organization, classification, presentation and analysis and interpretation of data. So this is just the methods and techniques which are related to following things. Okay, and in plural sense, it means numerical facts and figures. Okay, we have the facts, we have the figures, then we have to systematically collect from them and with for a definite purpose in any field of study. Here we in singular we have to collect, organize, then we have to classify, then we have to present. It is the whole process. But in plural, we are just collecting the numerical facts and then we are talking about that with a definite purpose in any field of study. Whatever our aim is to study, then we have to handle it that way. Now, what are the stages of statistics in singular sense? See, there are 5 stages. First stage is collecting the data. Firstly, in order to understand anything, I have to suppose if I want to discuss about maybe a particular school, that how many students are scoring good marks in macroeconomics, I want to collect that data. So for that I have to collect some data. I'll go to 11th class, I'll go to 12th class, I'll take the result sheets of microeconomics from all the teachers. I'll be collecting the data. Then I'll be organizing the data. I want to know how many are doing above 80, how many are from 50 to 80. So I'll have to organize it. Then I'll have to present it in such a way that it is understandable. And then I'll be able to analyze it, that okay, 30% are scoring above 80 marks, then 20% like that. And then we have to make an interpretation. Okay, that more students are scoring, that is the teacher is teaching well. So then we can interpret and analyze whatever we want to do on that basis. Alright. So this involves 5 stages, whereas in plural sense we have the facts and figures which are systematically collected. So we work accordingly. Okay, now coming on to the characteristics of statistics in plural sense. See, aggregate of facts, not just information. For example, if I say that there are 100 students studying in class 11th, okay, so this is just a fact, normal information. Yes, there are 100 students. But if I say there are 100 students studying in class 11th, out of which 70 students belong to the commerce section and 30 students belong to the science section. In the commerce section, there are 70% students who are scoring very good marks in economics, whereas 30% are scoring average marks in economics. So this is aggregate of facts. It is derived not from just one particular information. There are many informations which are derived, and it is a aggregated studied facts. Aggregate means total. Okay, we are deriving a conclusion out of those facts. All right. It is numerically expressed. We have to express it in terms of numbers. It is affected by multiplicity of causes. For example, if there is increase in price of certain product, so there is not only one reason for that. There can be many reasons for that. Maybe the raw material for the same product has increased. Maybe the demand has increased, so that which has caused a hike in prices. Maybe the supply from behind has reduced, which has caused a hike in the prices. So there is not a single reason for this. There are many reasons. Okay, it is affected. The statistics is affected by many reasons. Reasonable accuracy. There has to be a very reasonable accuracy. It can be near about that, maybe not exact, but it is a reasonably accurate. Okay, it is collected in systematic manner. There is a systematic manner of collecting it. It is not like we can take it from anywhere else. We have to systematically collect it. And predetermined purpose. We have to know what we want to talk about, what we are looking for. In order to what we are looking for, we have to have a predetermined purpose. We should have a purpose at the back of our mind that I am collecting this data for this. For example, if I am having a sportswear shop, so I have to collect the statistics on that, how many people are interested in playing sports, so that I can show my Facebook ads to those people. So there is a predetermined purpose for using that. Okay, and placed in relation to each other. There has to be a relation. If I'm searching for the which are the groups that are interested in playing football or basketball, then there is a relation, because I am selling the products which are related to that. So there has to be a relation between each other. If I am having a football shop and I am just collecting the data of something that is not relevant to me, so that is not statistics for me, because it is not helping me in any sense. Okay. Now, statistical data can be measured in two ways: qualitative data and there is quantitative data. Qualitative is not measured in numerical terms like beauty, intelligence. We cannot measure beauty and intelligence in numerical terms. And quantitative is measured in numerical terms like price, income. Alright. Now, what is the importance of statistics in economics? Why is it so important to have statistics in economics? It enables an economist to present economic facts in precise and definite form. The economists who are giving us many theories, it helps them to collect those economic facts. It helps in condensing mass data info into few numerical measures. Okay, there is a wide data which is laid down in small numbers, in small form, in the numerical measures. Okay, so it becomes easy for us to understand it. It becomes easy understandable for everybody who is not also from this particular field. Okay, for example, out of the data that was collected, if I say take particular country, that in India more students are interested in playing football. Like we can say in India 70% students are interested in playing football rather than basketball. Only 30% are interested in that. So this is a wide data that is collected, and then it is just narrowed down by numerical measures. So it becomes easy for everybody to understand it. Okay. Now, it is used in finding relationship between different economic factors. We can find out the relationship, that what are these economic factors, how are they related to that. And economics forecasting through statistical studies. There are few forecasts which are made from the study of the past. The data is collected and the forecast can be made according to that. It is helpful to formulate appropriate economic policies that solve economic problems. Like we discussed the economic problem. So when we have the statistics, it will become quite convenient to formulate the policies which are helping us to reduce the economic problems that are being faced. It helps to analyze the performance of policies applied before. Suppose if the economists have laid down certain policies and those policies were applied, and now while collecting the data, if we are seeing certain changes due to those policies, then we are sure that these policies are acting good upon them. Okay. Economists try to find out cause and effect relationship between different sets of data, that if this is the cause, what is going to be the effect. Those relationships will be found out because of the statistics. Okay. For again, formulation of policies used for intersectoral, that is within different sectors, and intertemporal, that is within same time period comparisons. Okay, we can compare sector wise and we can compare time wise. It is quantitative expression of it is a quantitative expression for economic problems. Okay, as I told you, quantitative means we can measure it in numerical form, so it is a quantitative expression. Coming on to the next topic, that is functions of statistics. What are the functions of statistics? Statistics simplifies complexity, like we discussed, that when we have a very wide and complex data that is given, so statistics helps us to narrow it down, and we have the simplest form of it available, so we can study. Okay, it expresses facts in numbers. Of course, it is a numerical term, so it becomes easier for us to compare. It presents the data in condensed form, like I told you, it is narrowed down. It compares different phenomena and reassures relationship between them. While we are doing study about something, we have to have a relationship between them. Okay, there is a predetermined cause for finding out a data. Okay, so that is what it is talking about. It is helpful in formulation of policies. It is helpful for economic forecasting. It facilitates comparison. We can, of course, compare inter-industry or time-wise. We can compare between the data. It is useful for testing laws of other sciences, and it helps in establishment of correlation between two facts. What is the relationship between the two facts? We also understand that. This correlation, mean, median, mode, all this we'll be doing in the next video. Now coming on to the limitations of statistics. There are certain limitations of statistics as well. Till now we just discussed about its features, about its characteristics. Now let us have a look at its limitations. Statistics does not study individuals. See, when we are talking about statistics, there has to be a comparison also with that. For example, I'll give you a firm A has earned rupees 2000 crores in first year, followed by 300 in the second year, followed by 100 in the third year. Well, whereas firm B has earned 300 in the first year, 2000 in the second year, followed by 3000 in the next year. But when we'll take out the mean of them, for the company it will be same, but with the company B is improving year wise, that is not coming up in the study of statistics, because they are comparing as a whole. We are taking out the mean of them, so that is not very much clearly observed in this. Statistics results might lead to fallacious conclusion. Of course, the conclusions may not be accurate because of, like I told you, maybe the company B is improving year wise and company A is not improving. It is going into less profits. There is increasing profit, but at a lower rate, at a diminishing rate. But when we take out the mean for the statistics, both the companies are going to be equal. So it might lead to fallacious conclusions. Okay, It deals with quantitative facts only. Okay, there are no qualitative facts which are included, like intelligence, beauty, they are not included in this. Statistics laws are true only on average. When we put it on whole as an average, then only these laws are true, not for individual things. Okay, so like I gave you the example, they take out the average and they talk about it on the basis of that. Only experts can make the best possible use of statistics. Yes, only experts will know how to formulate the policies and how to utilize them in order to understand them, analyze them. Uniformity and homogeneity of data is essential. Of course, you have to you have to collect the data uniformly, and homogeneity is very much essential in that. Misuse is indeed its greatest relation, because misuse of statistics is possible. Yes, there can be quite very misuses of statistics also. I can collect the data and misuse it for some other reasons also. And study of aggregate only, it studies as a whole and not as an individual. But when we talk about it as a whole, when we average it down on the narrower term, there may be some false conclusions that we might take. Okay, without references, results may prove to be wrong. When there is no references given, then results which we are receiving from it will be wrong. For example, like I gave you the example of firm A and firm B. Firm A is having profits at a diminishing rate, whereas firm B is having profits at an increasing rate. But when we calculate the average, it is same. So results will be wrong while only seeing the average. So we have to provide the references as well of the same. So I hope these are very much clear to you all, and I hope you understood all of it very easily. If you want to know more about it, if you want to learn more about it, you can join my course of macroeconomics. You can enroll for it now. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day. Goodbye.